Well, hello, Pastor Ian here, the Krabby Crafter. I was actually playing a little bit in my craft room, and I decided, you know what, let me make a video. Thought I'd share this with you guys. I'm not Tim Holtz by any stretch of the imagination, but what I've got here is what I was doing was I was playing. I have some old cardstock, and this is just cheap cardstock. These are like tags. I actually got these at Hobby Lobby. I said, let me play with them and see what they'll do. I actually like the white a little better. Seems to be a little firmer cardstock. But this is definitely a lighter weight brown cardstock. And so what will happen if I start, Tim says you don't know if you don't try. And your substrate is everything. What you're putting your stains and your inks and things on, that's everything. So what I've done is I started playing with these papers. Now they curve, they're gonna bend quite a bit because it's very thin. But paper, like Tim says, has no memory. So you can fold and you can, we can flatten that back out. I'm not worried about it. But I wanted to show you just what I was just playing with. I originally started with my Oxide sprays. And so I just put down some color. That was a little wet, so I got a fingerprint on the edge of that one. But originally I just put down some color and and these are starting to dry now. And I like the way this is looking. Some duller colors on this one. I don't remember what colors. I'll show you the colors I'm using in just a minute. And so here I just went with 3 different colors and just kind of let it dry. Tried to bleed a little bit, but it actually smoothed out really well. There's no droplets on these. This one I did a little mix of spray and then put some drops on the top, still drying. I love the way that looks. That spotted background, that's going to be, I can't wait to use that. That's going to be so much fun to do something with that. This one, we did an oxide background, and then I dripped some spray stain, all right? So I went with my stain over the oxide background, and so we're letting that one dry. This one is all oxides, a little more vibrant color on that one. But I want to show you the difference. And when Tim talks about the difference between oxide and a stain, this is the same paper. This is oxide, this is stain. You can see the difference in the color. You can see what he calls the vividness of it. And his terms are a little different than mine. The stain, to me, it just has more, the color holds, the yellow, the blue, the reds, the orange, it just holds better. This is definitely more, I don't want to say opaque, but you can see the difference. This blends, this goes into the paper. I think I can see the fibers in the paper more, but the color stays there. This actually kind of sits on top of the paper. I don't know how to describe it, but that's the difference between a stain and an oxide. To me, this is a more dull color. This is a more vivid color. So if you want the vividness, I think, and I don't know what, I think Tim says that's the idea of the stains give you that more, I can't remember. All I know is whenever I try to do what he does, it never comes out the same way. So play and see what you get. What I now know is if I want this nice spotted background, like if I want something like this, I'm going to put stain over oxide, and that's giving me that. This is actually, I think this is actually all stain. I think I may have put one layer. I think I put one layer of shabby shutters. I covered the whole thing in shabby shutter oxide. And then I just dropped some stains over. I don't even remember. So I probably should have paid attention on that one. But I love how I just dripped it on. I think it's stained because I'm getting the drops. I don't do that when I do the sprays. And so I think I just dripped some of my stains. I've got, where'd it go? Let's see. We've got some hickory smoke here. I think this is just pretty much hickory smoke dropped over. I know some of this is oxide because this is actually walnut stain is actually that lighter brown there. I did drip some oxide spray over that. But you just have to play around and see what you get. Boy, this one came out so well, and I'll never be able to duplicate it. I don't know why or how. I don't know what I did to get all those spots in there, to get it where the ink just separated on its own. I honestly don't think, I don't know what I did. So I'm going to tell you, and it's a happy accident. And when you're working, if you find something that works, when you're spraying, I'm doing a lot of background, so I wasn't writing down what I'm doing, and I can't duplicate it. But that's not the point. Today, I just wanted to play. I just wanted to show you what happens when you get out some material and play. So I want to encourage you guys, if you've got those oxide sprays and stains and you're not sure what to do with them, what do I have to have? Heavy craft stock? Do I have to have watercolor paper? No, you do not. You can use anything. You can even use this cheap cardstock. It's not lightweight. It's not, it's just not Ranger's heavy cardstock. This is just Hobby Lobby, a pack of tags, and I think when they're 50% off, they're like $2. I got them for $1, or maybe they're $3 or $4, and a half price. If you know Hobby Lobby, you know that 50%. every other week. I love Hobby Lobby is going to kill me. But anyways, this is what this looks like. So that's what it looks like. I'm actually going to do one for you. I want to show you. And so you can actually kind of see this in action. I'm going to do both stains and oxides. So I'm just going to move these out of the way where they can be drying. If I can find somewhere to put all of these items. But I just want to show you this. So what I'm going to do is, and some of the tags I watered, some of them I didn't, okay? Some of them I watered, some I didn't. So I'm gonna go with, mostly I sprayed them just a light mist. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And let's just work with our oxide spray. So I got some picked raspberry here. And now we're going to run over here to our cracked pistachio. I'm going to take some cracked pistachio. We're just going to shoot that across the middle. And then I love this spiced marmalade. It's one of my favorite colors. It's got a nice fall color. And we're just going to shoot that across the bottom. And we're going to leave that. That one's done. That's it. I'm done with that one. We're going to see what happens. And you can already see some of the striation starting to form in it. I'm going to leave that alone. We're going to see what that one does. Okay? I'm going to grab another cardstock. And we're going to do the same thing. And just because these are a little bit bent. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to hit it with a light mist of water. And this time I'm going to go in with my spray stains. Let's hit it with, this is fossilized amber. You see how immediately it goes different on the paper? This is Mermaid Lagoon. Oh man, I love that. Ooh, how those two colors just blended. Let me go ahead and go with Abandoned Coral at the bottom. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm falling in love with spray stains here. And we're gonna leave that one. We're not gonna do anything to that. And you notice how much more that paper's trying to curl up too. That maybe I put more water on it, maybe it's the stain, I don't know. Oh my God, I love that. I just love those three colors just like that. I don't wanna mess with that. So we're gonna set that aside. Let's go back to this oxide. Look at what it's doing. All right, notice how those spots are developing in there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. I hope you can. I love that. So now I know. Lightly sprayed that one with water. Well, I don't remember if I did spray it with water. So we're gonna, I think I lightly sprayed it with water. May have gone on dry. But either way, notice how it says, we're gonna do this again and I'm gonna write it down. But actually I can go back and watch the video and see what it says. That's a great thing. I can go back and watch my own video and see what I did. But look how those spots are developing. I love that look. Oh my God, that's gonna be, oh, I can't wait to play with that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but I'm gonna do something with it. Notice how badly this one's trying to curl up from the spray stain. We're not worried about that. Once that dries, we'll flatten that out. And then I'll probably drip some oxide over the top. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna mess with that. That one just looks really good. In fact, I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do another one with some different colors. Do another one with some different colors. And let's see, let's try it this way and see what happens. All right, and I do remember we sprayed that one lightly. Okay, let's go in here with some Twisted Citron. Okay, use a little bit more to make that color sit on the paper there. And then we'll go back to the cracked pistachio. All right, and see, I think I may have put too much spray. I don't know, the water's really come. Let's hit that with the abandoned. I'm just gonna abandoned coral on the bottom. And I'm actually going to, it's trying to, a little bit too much water on there, either that too much stain. So we're just gonna try and get that off because I don't want those lines on the edges. We're just going to tap and let that get off the edge there. And actually that's drying much better now. That actually is looking good. Now I'm not worried about that round part. I won't be using that. So if I get my fingerprint on that, I'm not worried about that. Notice how that's curling up. My goodness, look how that's curling up. I want to try to decide if I want to do anything to it while it's wet. And I honestly don't. Here's the other one. It's actually starting to dry a little bit more. I'll be able to on its own because... so that actually looks, yeah, I love that technique. I really like that. All right, so we're gonna go back and do one more for you guys, and we'll call it. Just want to show them, this one's drying up. Boy, I love that. Now I'm gonna try and figure, now let me see if I can remember how I did this one. Because I like that. I'm gonna try and do one more though. I like that grunge. It's just that's a Tim Holtz tag right there. I think he could put a little pop to it with something else, but look at that. Just that browns and oh my gosh. All right, here we go. I keep saying, oh my gosh, I'm starting to sound like Tim. I think I'm watching too many of his videos. Let's see, I'm pretty sure that what I did on that one was we coated the background with shabby shutters. I usually lightly miss my tags just because. I don't know why. I don't think it matters with these tags, but anyways. throw down a coat of shabby shutters. I want shabby shutters. That's my base coat. I'm going to leave that there. Then we're going to come back in with some gathered twigs. And now we're doing that splatter technique, just trying to get droplets. We're going to grab my iced spruce. Actually, I think I backed that one with iced spruce. I don't think I backed it with that shabby. Iced spruce is, yeah, I did. I backed that other one with iced spruce. I recognize the color now. But that's still going to work. Let's grab the walnut stain. See, I'm leaving the drops there. I'm not doing anything to this. Kind of letting it create its own thing. Let's just, all right, get that. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. And I'm going to leave that alone because I want those drops. We're going to see what happens. This paper's curling, so the ink's going to try and run a little bit. So I'm not going to get quite the same that I did with this, but I can actually let this dry and go back and put some more spots on there. In fact, let's just do that. And I don't have a heat tool. I have a, I don't have a drying it, but I do have a embossing, but I have a low setting on mine. That's usually what I use. But I am going to add a heat tool to my, I just want to hit this with a little bit because I don't want to lose that. There we go. All right, and that's just to stop it from running. Now I'm going to let that sit, and then I can straighten it out, and I can go back and again, the paper you're using, that's why we're getting that curl, but it's not going to hurt anything. I can straighten that out. I'm not worried about that at all. As you can see, even these that are already drying, and oh man, I must have set that or something. I got a splash on that. That can be fixed easy enough. But there's a tag, spray stain. I can tell the difference. All right, here's our stain tags. You see how the colors sit on those tags. These are your stains, those three right there. All right, let's get this guy. Oh, he is really wanting to curl up. All right, you know what? All right. I'm not too worried about fingerprints. There we go. Let's try and help him out just a little bit. There we go. This is Oxide, sprayed, did nothing to. I got to do one more of these because I want to see if I can duplicate that effect. And then Oxide with some drips and some different things. So, and again, you can see the difference in the oxides. Okay. All right. So let me try and do this one more time. And anyways, you don't have to hang around obviously for the rest of the video. But if you're, again, when you're playing, just like Tim says, I just wanted to show you what happens. I just want to throw a quick video out there for you guys and show you. So I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to see if I can duplicate that look because I do love that spotted look. And let me go with, all right, what colors do I want to change up my colors? Do I like those colors? I do like those colors. Do I want to go with maybe a tumbled glass? Let's do a tumbled. Let's just grab my tumbled glass. All right. Trying to decide if I want to go with some lighter, a little mix of colors. Let's try this. All right. Let's go with tumbled glass. Okay. And we're going to go in with cracked pistachio. You got to shake it. Hit. Let's come underneath that with the iced spruce. Let's come under that with the iced spruce. And that's it. Now we're not going to do anything to that. I don't like that iced spruce. I'm going to go over that with a little marmalade, spice marmalade. There we go. Now we're going to let that dry. And we're going to see what, yep, I can already see the spots kind of separating on the paper. So even without wetting it, just doing that, that hopefully is going to reproduce this technique here. This one, and then also, let me pick this one up. That's sort of separating spotted technique. I like that. So we'll see what happens as this one dries. And I didn't put any water on this one. So yeah, it looks like it's going to do that. We'll know more once it's done. But there you go, guys. So I'm going to play around a little bit more. I'm going to do some stuff with these tags. I'm probably going to go back and use some stencil and do some different things. Turn these into something. I don't know what yet. I was mostly just setting out to play with my stains and my colors. So there you go. Hope that's encouraged you. Again, as you've heard all of your designers and your makers say, especially Tim. It's one of the things I love about Tim is you got to play. You got to get out. You got to just sit down and just take your stuff, do what you can, and see what you come up with. Boy, this is coming. I love that one. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to have a hard time. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. And I'm actually going to, there we go. Oh my gosh. And this one came out really nice too. All right, guys, so there you go. Pastor Ian here, the Krabby Crafter again, once again reminding you that the ability to create, I believe, is a gift from God. So create, have fun, enjoy what you're doing. If you have any tutorials, any things you want to see me try, if you want to see me try it and mess it up or maybe get it right, if you want me to try it before you do, shoot me a message, let me know. We'll do that. So until next time, happy Krabby crafting.